We're up in Ridgefield Park today, one of the last exits on the turnpike, to check out the jewel of this village, MK Valencia. This newly transformed space offers an upscale contemporary experience one might expect from New York City, right in the heart of Bergen County. Incorporating a lounge area, main dining room, 2 bars, a spacious patio, and a secluded wine cellar, MK Valencia is truly a modern oasis disguised as a corner bar. The menu offers a great diversity with a fusion of Asian, Italian, Spanish, and Middle Eastern cuisines, as well as a raw bar. Whether you're looking for a tasty dinner, an intimate date, or a private event, this trendy hotspot really attracts a crowd and boasts one of the best dining experiences in northern New Jersey. Wow, Monica, a restaurant like this in Ridgefield Park, how'd you get started here?
Oh, we were open 4 years ago, and it's just been a wonderful place for people to come and have a great time.
Why'd you pick Ridgefield Park?
It's a little town that we thought needed a nice place, a place where the community can just come together, whether it's dinner or booking a party. It's been a great spot for people to come and just have a great time. And we've been open for 4 years now. We decided to go with the contemporary look for the restaurant. We use, for example, for the walls, we use porcelanosa tiles from Spain, and the lighting, we use Aqua Creations from Italy. And you'll see throughout the restaurants mesh curtains that actually adds privacy to the guests, especially when we have a smaller private party. We get different age groups here. We get business people, couples, families that want to just have a good time.
Now, how many people can you seat here?
In the dining room, we can actually accommodate 100 guests. We also have a patio that can seat 25 people. During the summertime, people have a great time there. They can eat, they can have drinks. We put a TV out there. If you're around Bergen County, you should check it out.
Guests will immediately note the wall of round windows on the far side of the restaurant.
The wine lockers, we lease them annually, and they get to store their wines, and we can open it for them every time they come dine with us.
So you have a happy hour here?
Yes, absolutely. Our happy hours from Monday through Friday is from 3 to 7. We also have happy hour Sunday all day, where we have drinks and food specials. A lot of people from the corporations around this town come here, they gather together, and even the teachers in town, they have a great time.
So what type of foods do you serve here?
It's New American cuisine. We serve a little bit of everything. On the menu, we have fresh pastas, chicken, we have fish, we have steak, just a little bit of everything.
So I understand Chef Jeremiah is cooking us something special. Can we go take a look?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Welcome here to MK Valencia. We are preparing our roasted salmon. We have here our Faroe Island salmon. Here we're going to season both sides, a little salt, a little bit of pepper, give it a little touch there, natural AP flour. To the back of the fish, gives it a really nice crisp. Just heating up our pan, add a little bit of olive oil. You really want to have enough oil. It stops it from sticking and from burning. Now we like to serve our fish with a very nice crispy skin, let it crisp up nicely. I like to then add a little bit of butter. And you just add that right into the pan. This helps to keep that nice butteriness inside your fish while also searing it. You just scoop over that nice butter there. Feel it's pretty crisp. We just nicely flip it over.
How long have you been a chef?
I started off out of Johnson & Wales. That's where I guess I kind of gained my chops. I worked in the city for about 15 years, from line cook to sous chef to chef de cuisine. Worked at a few different restaurants in the area. At MK Valencia, nothing's really traditional. We do a fusion between a little Middle Eastern, a little French, a little Italian cuisine, Spanish cuisine, and of course Asian cuisine. I mean, people have died for food. People have gone to the ends of the world for food. And I think there's really, with food, there's no limit to what you can do. So we're gonna have our pan here. We add a little bit of baby bok choy. Baby bok choy, you hear a lot of Asian cuisine. It's a very light flavor. From there, I add a little bit of garlic. Then we're having here, this is a roasted pepper. It's done kind of like an agrodolce style, a little bit of Italian in there. Then we finish off with a little bit of scallion, sauteing that. Our produce company carry a lot of different local produce from around New Jersey, New York State, some from Connecticut. Now we're gonna come over here, take out our fish. We have a nice crispness on both sides. Then we top it, get all those great flavors. Fried gnocchi mushrooms, a lot of times they're called straw mushrooms. These are baby pea tendrils. They taste just like peas. And then we finish it with a little bit of what we like to call Jerry Chan sauce. It's teriyaki based sauce that we make in-house. That's our roasted Faroe Island salmon, roasted bok choy, agrodolce red peppers, topped with gnocchi mushrooms, and finished with our cherry jam sauce.
Outside the bar, MK Valencia is still serving unique and delicious signature drinks.
I'll be making the cucumber splash right now. First off, we want to take a pinch of basil here, cucumber, some simple syrup. If you want to muddle. After that, we add our Dorothy Parker gin, about 1.5 ounces. And then we add 1.5 ounces of white cranberry juice. After that, we add our ice and shake it. Serve it in a long stem martini glass. That's our cucumber splash martini.
The main dining room here is gorgeous, but underneath is one of MK Valencia's finest amenities, their incredible wine cellar.
Well, this is a private room. It's actually very interesting. Everybody loves it here. It's private. They get to see our collections of wines. We've actually had many parties down here. People like to have wine tastings, anniversaries, birthday parties, pharmaceutical events. It's a great spot.
How many bottles of wine do you know?
Yeah, we have about 55 types of wines, over 1,000 bottles down here. It's actually temperature controlled. We wanted to cater to that certain clientele that liked wine. We wanted a private room. The guests that want to use the space, they don't have to pay an additional price. They can just make a reservation ahead of time. To make reservations, you can just go online at mkvalenciarestaurant.com, or you can just call us at 201-373-0228.
MK Valencia is truly a hidden gem in this northern New Jersey town. If you're ever at the far end of the turnpike, turn in here for a delicious meal or some great nightlife. When we return, we'll head to another Asian-inspired restaurant in Denville. The ornate and beautiful Hunan Taste is up next. Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Hotspots. Today we will be visiting Hunan Taste in Denville. It's a Chinese-American restaurant run by the Sheng family. The restaurant specializes in serving Hunan, Sichuan, and Mandarin cuisine. I've heard it's got a great reputation to uphold. Let's head inside to speak to Hunan's manager, David Sheng. David, I know New Jersey Monthly has honored you year after year about the quality here. Tell me about Hunan Taste.
Well, Hunan Taste is a fine dining Chinese establishment. Been here for about 29 years. Throughout that time, we built little by little to get to where we are now. We import a lot of stuff from Taiwan, and we're always trying to upgrade the building, but maintain every year.
Now, your parents founded this?
They actually started in Chinatown in the 1970s. After that, they moved to Long Island, and 29 years ago, they established Hunan Taste here, and that's where we made our home for the past 29 years.
Now, what makes you unique here in Denville?
Well, I believe our customers find us unique because we keep our unique decor throughout the whole entire restaurant, including the outside. Morris County, or Denville, has actually named us an official landmark.
So tell us about The Real Housewives.
Well, Real Housewives of New Jersey actually filmed here their first season in the back room. I don't think it made it to their final cut, but they did have like a blooper edition at the end of the season, and you can see our restaurant.
Wow, this is nice. A lot of time and effort goes into this, huh?
Oh yeah, a lot of cleaning, a lot of maintenance, all that good stuff.
Hunan Taste decor is truly something special. Everywhere you look, there's something to behold. Now, this wouldn't be a hot spot without eating some food. Let's enjoy. What type of food are you going to share with me tonight?
Well, we'd love to have you try some of our Peking duck. I'll get a gram marinade shrimp out there, and we also do a really good whole steamed fish I could bring out.
Okay. So, Dave, what do we have here?
This is our gram marinade shrimp.
And what's in this?
It's shrimp, and it's tossed in a gram marinade sauce with pineapple, cantaloupe, strawberry, kiwi, and cashew nuts.
So, what's it like being in the restaurant business?
You know what, I like it. It's long hours, it's tough, but it's a lot of fun. My parents are in the restaurant business, so even when I was little, I was been hanging around, washing dishes, just doing homework on the side while they're working all the time.
This is phenomenal. Is this a unique dish here?
Mm-hmm. Other restaurants have their variations of it, but I believe ours has by far the best.
The cantaloupe is phenomenal. So what does this process do?
Well, this is rum, and we light it on fire, and we pretty much burn off all the alcohol. You still have some of the flavor, not the alcohol itself. This is our volcano steak. It's our filet mignon with fresh mushrooms, onions, and scallions. So it's basically cooked so the alcohol content is not there, but it still have a nice flavor. to mix in with the brown sauce.
And the heat is what encourages the flavor to kick in.
Mostly just to take out the alcohol. Like, we could serve this to a younger audience.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Very good.
The taste of the onion is unbelievable, and the rum is great as well.
The dish's spices are delicious, but are too hot for me to handle. Luckily for me, David has a more mild dish for me to try.
This is our Peking duck. It's served in a rice flour pancake with fresh scallions and hoisin sauce. A little bit of scallions. Got some of the crispy skin. Wrap it up here. Put a little more, just in case you want some more plum sauce. And we're done.
You know, I've never had duck before.
Really?
So this will be an experience for me. All right, let's see what we have here. We eat from this side?
Yep, just like a burrito almost.
Okay, I'll try it this way. Here we go.
A good duck, I believe, is to have the crispy skin with a nice tender inside.
Wow, tasty.
This is our whole steamed sea bass with ginger scallion sauce.
Now, I've never seen a whole fish in a Chinese restaurant. Tell me about this.
Well, this is actually one of our most popular dishes here. In Asia, usually they eat the whole fish, head and all. And you know, a lot of people don't know the best part of the fish is usually the cheeks. That's where the most of the action's going, you know, so they have a lot of tender muscle over there.
Yeah. So David, now I know where everyone in New Jersey is talking about Hunan Taste. Thank you so much for having us.
It's our pleasure.
Now, how can people from New Jersey find out more about your location?
You go on our website, hunantaste.com. You can also, you know, go on review websites, Yelp, and all that. We've been well reviewed.
And you take reservations on the weekends?
Yes, absolutely.
Hunan Taste decor, food, and most of all, atmosphere finishes up yet another successful trip around New Jersey in search of hotspots. After the break, we're heading down to New Brunswick to check out Steakhouse 85, a modern take on a classic American steakhouse. Stay tuned. Tonight we're visiting New Brunswick's own Steakhouse 85. Maddie Terranova and Chef Brian Karlik brought this American steakhouse into fruition 8 years ago. Ever since, it's thrived not only as one of New Brunswick's best, but one of New Jersey's best restaurants. If you don't believe my word, then just ask for the wall of celebrities that have eaten here as well. I'm sure the restaurant will not disappoint. Let's head inside and speak to Culinary Institute of America grad and head chef Brian Karlik. Brian, Steakhouse 85 is the crown jewel of New Brunswick. How'd you get here?
About 8 years ago, myself and Maddie Terranova, we wanted to open a restaurant in New Brunswick. We took a look at the landscape of New Brunswick and what was missing, and we thought a steakhouse was a perfect fit.
So you have a lot of corporate clientele here as well. Tell me about.
Well, you know, during the week we see a lot of corporate clientele. I mean, we're a steakhouse, it's an easy draw. But then, you know, what we really wanted to do was on the nights when it really wasn't a heavy corporate draw, to develop almost a club type feel. So we've really developed a heavy crowd of the same regulars that come in. So on those nights when it's not a heavy business crowd, we see the same faces day in and day out.
Now you have live jazz music, correct?
Friday and Saturday nights.
Tell me about that. How'd you get involved with jazz music here?
Well, it's a steakhouse, you know, all the wood, the leather, it seemed like a jazzy type place. So right from the get-go, we thought jazz would be perfect. We interviewed a few local bands, and we have a good rotating group of 6 or 7 bands that come in and out on Friday and Saturday nights.
Now, how many people can you fit here?
285 people. It's quite big. It's quite big.
And the bar, you serve all types of drinks here?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we try to keep the cocktails classic. We're a steakhouse, so we try to keep the cocktails revolving around some 21st century renditions of classic cocktails.
What makes you unique compared to others here in New Brunswick?
We like to say our restaurant has a lot of soul. You know, I mean, we're a steakhouse, and a lot of steakhouses can be known to be kind of cookie cutter, you know, black and white, very cold. We like to bring a whole lot of soul to it. So the food changes, a lot of the wine changes regularly, because we have it, like I said, we have a very local, you know, quality following. We like to keep them, you know, keep them happy. So we make a lot of changes as often as we can.
Now, you're here in New Brunswick, you tie into Rutgers. I see you have a lot of photos of Rutgers out there. What's your connection there?
It felt right. We should have a really good connection with Rutgers Athletics. So we see a lot of the coaches, we see a lot of the alumni. We've kind of become the, you know, the Rutgers Athletics Club, to put it lightly. Well, I thought it'd be easy to show you steak, but you're really not getting a great look, because I mean, we should have good steak. One of the other things that we're really known for is our seafood. So we're going to show you one of our fantastic seafood towers and have it put together for you.
Can we take a look at that now?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you making up for me here?
It's a grand tower. So it's all seafood, all raw, like clams, oysters, like 4 different kind of oysters. We have Kumamoto's, K-Made salts, Malpax, and Blue Point. So it's 4 of each. They have clams, shrimp cocktail, snow crab. It's right on the top, and New Zealand masos. So I'm gonna build the whole thing. That way you can see how it looks all together.
Now, you do a lot of seafood here?
Yeah, we do all the raw bar in the hot stuff. Like we do like almost the specials, like salmon. We have grouper. It's the most sellers too.
I know you get some seafood from Cape May and other Jersey locations.
Yeah, from different places.
Chef Davia first places the oysters into the first ice platter, then takes his picks of shrimp, clams, and lands them on the second floor. Lastly, the final plate is topped off with snow crabs and mussels.
That's the whole thing. Gotta get sauces. This is mignonette. This is one of the best everybody likes to eat with the oysters. This is our special recipe. This is the Grand Tower out of Steakhouse 85.
So how do you go from executive chef to management?
Well, I like to have a little hand in everything. So I rotate from the dining room into the kitchen. It gives me a really good handle on the business as a whole.
Now, you're based in New Jersey. Do you use a lot of Jersey foods?
We try. Produce is easy. I mean, Jersey produce is as a chef, it's great to use. I mean, especially in the prime months. I mean, we love, tomatoes in general. We get tomatoes coming this season. You'll see tomatoes all over our menu, especially heirlooms that I grow myself. So.
You bring your own in?
I do. I try.
What are some of the clientele that you serve? A lot of celebrities come through here?
We do. Actually, out in the foyer, you can take a look at all the different celebrities that have been here. Most recently, we've seen Shaquille O'Neal. We've seen George Foreman. He was a lot of fun.
So I guess Maddie's well known because everyone writes notes to Maddie on those photos out there. Does he come out usually?
Yeah, well, he's usually here all the time.
Steakhouse 85's kitchen was packed with the aroma of so many delicious foods ready to be devoured. It's no surprise that the chefs back there are experts at bringing out the best in the foods. I headed back out to the dining room area to get a drink and to dive into conversation.
So far, the service has been wonderful. The appetizers were great. The bacon was actually, I have to say, maybe even a little better than Peter Luger's. This is the first time we've come here, and so far we're very impressed and very happy. I come with a bunch of business associates. We're really enjoying ourselves so far.
The head bartender introduces us to his smoked Manhattan specialty drink before I head to a special area in the steakhouse.
That up, place the glass over there. The smoke from the wood is going to stick to the glass and scent the glass. So as you drink it, you'll be able to smell the smoke as well. Sweet vermouth, Angostura bitters, a splash of Lafroig 10-year-old Scotch, Clyde May Alabama whiskey. It's a Luxardo Maraschino cherry. Give it a good stir. Smoked Manhattan.
Well, this is beautiful back here too. You have the dining area here as well, right?
This is the hallway to our private dining rooms.
And you have wine lockers here?
Yeah, this is a great amenity. These are our private wine lockers. What it is some of our guests, they'll lease a private locker for the year. We'll manage their list, but they'll bring in their own wine. And then when they come in for dinner, they have their own wine list of their wines to choose from.
Now you have memorabilia down here as well, right?
Oh, all
Eric
kinds,
LeGrand
yeah.
you have here, right?
Well, Eric LeGrand, he's great. He comes in all the time for dinner. We've got a bunch of different great things from Rutgers, some signed photos. So, everybody's always willing to throw those our way.
Now, you could fill about 100 people in the room?
About 100 people in the back room. So one of the other unique things that sets us apart from other restaurants are our private dining rooms. We have one large room that actually splits up into two. We call this our Jersey room. If we open it all the way up, it sits about 100, but it also can be divided, and you'll have your own separate entrance, and we can sit about 40 people on each side for an individual group or party. We do all kinds of things. We do everything from corporate functions. We also do a lot of birthday parties, bar mitzvahs. We even do wedding receptions, small ones, a lot of rehearsal dinners on Friday nights. It's a well-utilized room. Now, in the climate today, there's a lot of steakhouses, and we like to think that we are different from a lot of steakhouses, and I said before that we have a lot of soul. It's hard to explain what the soul is, but you see it. You see it when you come for dinner and you have a great experience and great service. You see it in the food. There's a whole lot of love getting put into every aspect of the restaurant, and we take a whole lot of pride in this.